What is up, my friends? Good evening. Your weekend has now officially started. I can't believe it's Friday already, by the way. Where has the week gone? As you know, we are playing Brighton tomorrow. We will be live from 1:45 p.m. for the watch along, so we hope you can join us. But until then, I'm going to go through the latest from Arne Slot's press conference earlier on, a little update on Harvey Elliott's fitness, and a couple of other bits and pieces along the way. You know the score. I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now, it is exactly 2 weeks from tonight that we are going to be in Liverpool at the Hot Water Comedy Club. If you would like to come along and see us on the night, as well as Mr. Paddy Doyle providing a full musical set, Carl Porter with a stand-up comedy set, and of course myself and Mr. Connor Crosby, you can get your tickets with the link in the description of this video. It is an all-ages event and tickets are priced at £20. We hope to see you there on the night. It is the Friday during the international break, so the more the merrier. Right, look, let's get stuck into it. So, a bit of a positive update from Sky's video, Connor, around Harvey Elliott. He has been seen running on the grass now during training, so positive signs there. Arne Slot has said that he expects Harvey Elliott not to be back until most likely after the November international break, but still, it's positive news, right? And let's be honest, we can take positive news at this moment around injuries, the more the merrier. So good news there on Harvey Elliott, but maybe a little glimpse into Trent's mindset here. There's been something doing the rounds today on social media that's got a lot of Liverpool fans feeling, well, a little bit more upbeat, and it kind of plays into the title of this video and the thumbnail as well. It is about Trent Alexander-Arnold, and he's been speaking to celebrity chef and Liverpool fan Simon Rimmer on Arne Slot's attention to detail at Liverpool. And I hope that you'll find this a little bit comforting. Certainly it's an interesting insight into how Arne Slot has conducted himself and his sessions since he's come into Liverpool. So, Trent said he's got 50 clips of me in training, and he said this is a really good position. If you turn your body 8 degrees to the right, you'll get an even better chance of making a strong tackle than the way you stand at the moment. On top of that, Trent went on to say, I was blown away. It was all positive. And he said, look, I get it completely. I get it. All the players love him. Isn't that ace? Isn't that brilliant? Yes, it is Trent. All the players love him. Isn't that great to hear, though, of the new manager? Because when Jurgen announced his departure and everybody was waiting to see who the next coach was going to be, obviously when Arne Slot was unveiled, lots of people were, who the hell is he? I'm not really inside the fan base, but others were like, who is he? Will he be able to satisfy these players? Will he be able to get them as pumped up as Jurgen was? Well, as you can see there with Trent, the attention to detail from Arne Slot and the way that he goes about his work really is winning those players over. So, is this a positive insight maybe into the contract extensions? I really don't know. But it is certainly good to hear that Trent Alexander-Arnold is happy with these attention to detail, small little changes that Arne Slot has picked up and showed him what he could do maybe a slight bit better. That one about 8 degrees to the right, that really was small detail stuff, wasn't it? So great to hear that from Trent, and fingers crossed we get positive news on himself, on Virgil and Mohamed Salah's contract extensions in the near future. Now, speaking a little bit about the left back situation today in his pre-Brighton press conference, this is what Arne had to say. I wouldn't say it's a dilemma. There are other positions where we have rotated. It probably has to do with Robbo's pre-season. He had none. He came back injured from the Euros. He missed almost the complete pre-season. Costas did really well in that period. That's why we started rotating at the start of it. If a player has missed pre-season, he can't play 3 games in a row. That's the situation. It was good for him to play against Arsenal and Brighton. Made sure he is getting into a rhythm. So maybe that is an indication that we will see Costas tomorrow, because as Arne said there, somebody who hasn't played in pre-season or hasn't had a full pre-season can't be expected to play 3 games in 7 days. And hopefully, look, us Liverpool fans are a little bit concerned about Andy Robertson on that left side at the minute. We all want Robbo to get back to his brilliant best, so hopefully as the weeks go on here, Arne Slot will be able to get Robbo back up to where he wants him to be, and maybe those performances on the pitch will improve a little more. Speaking about Jarell Quanza, who of course had a very difficult evening the other evening against Brighton at the Amex, said Jarell played a very good game. The only issue he has is that if it's a moment that it's perfect, it immediately leads to a goal. In my opinion, he was unlucky. You can't judge a player without those 2 moments, as they were important towards the result, but he is getting better and better. He has shown in the past that he can make these mistakes and it doesn't lead to goals. If you look at his overall performance, I was really happy with it. These things can happen. I like the way he played. He was unlucky with the second goal as well. He is in competition with two centre-backs who have hardly made a mistake. Now on the second goal part, absolutely he was unlucky. That deflection could have gone anywhere. And he's also right in what he said there about the two centre-backs ahead of him, Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahim Konate, have been amazing so far. Probably, if not the best centre-back pairing in the Premier League so far this season. So you can understand where he's coming from. And again, we're talking about a lack of match rhythm here for Jarell Quanza. So if you couple that with, of course, his naivety still as a young developing centre-back, you often get these type of mistakes. As I like to remind everybody though, isn't it better to have these mistakes happen from anybody in a game that we win, and then we can talk about it, figure it out from the point of view of already been in the next round of the Cup. So again, we wish Jarell Quanza nothing but the best for the remainder of the season, and again we'd ask Liverpool fans just to get off his back a little bit, and if you see them on social media going in on Quanza, remind them he's a young centre-back. So, on speaking about playing with no out-and-out number 9 against Brighton midweek, and that was certainly a point of interest for us Liverpool fans. This is what Arne had to say about that decision. He said, "We could play two of our regular starters in Gakpo and Diaz, and they made a big impact on the scoreline. The way we filled our number 9 was interesting to see, as it worked out really well, but I prefer to play with a number 9. Maybe it can be an option if we have injuries, but with Jota as a 9.5 sometimes, maybe we've played it a little bit. It was good to see that we could score 3 without playing with the old-fashioned number 9. And it was, let's be honest about it, yes it was. It was great to see us score 3. They all came from that left hand side, by the way, so we had 2 from Cody Gakpo, and then when Lucho was switched back over later in the game, that's where he got his from. But look, as a Liverpool fan, I don't mind if he plays with no striker, 2 strikers, 1 striker, as long as we get the win. I'm sure the man knows what he's doing. Speaking about the injuries now to Alisson and Jota, this is what Arne had to say today in his presser. "I said it a few times, always difficult to tell you exactly when they are ready, as the last phase of recovery can be a few days later, or less. Let's see if they can join us after the international break. Chiesa is not back before the international break. We're hoping he can do things in the international break and then join us." And one more thing before we finish up today, just a bit of an update, or a bit of an insight I should say, from former sporting director or former head of recruitment George Smatka. He was speaking about the lure of the Saudi Pro League for Mohamed Salah and whether he could see Mohamed Salah going there, and this is what George Smatka had to say. "I don't know, but it's entirely possible that this will happen. The Saudi League is developing every year due to more money being invested in the competition. The Saudi League deals have affected the work of some European clubs, but the matter does not rise to the level of harm, and I welcome working in it if I receive a good offer." So, basically, what I hear there is him begging for a job. That's what I hear from that. Of course, he's got to be positive in his assessment of the Saudi Pro League, but you can clearly see there at the end, "I welcome working in it if I get a good offer." So basically, he's saying, in no uncertain terms, show me the money. So yeah, I wouldn't really worry about it, but of course it is Liverpool related, so I wanted to bring it to you. Now, we will be back tonight at 8:45 with the late night agenda, and tomorrow we'll start our watch along coverage at 1:45, so we hope you can join us for that one. And as I mentioned at the start of the video as well, we're just 2 weeks away now from our live show in Liverpool, and we very much hope to see you there. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful Friday. As I said, your weekend has started, so hope to see you tonight at 8:45. Much love, my friends. Bye bye.